What's up, Fit Fam? Getting ready to get primed for the workout here. Got my lucky straps. I like to wear straps because, again, it adds support for the wrist. I think some people can get a little worried when they're focusing on certain equipment because they feel like it can take away from true strength. I don't work out with straps on every single workout in particular. Today we're going to be focusing on chest. So because I'm going to be using quite a bit of weight, again, it's important that wrist is stable and not really shaking around. Make sure that I can actually put all of the exertion and all of the attention on the chest, not focus so much on the wrist. All these exercises are equally important, but they're not the exact same. So some exercises are going to be more of sculpt focus, some are going to be more oriented on developing size, some are going to be more oriented on developing strength. So pay close attention and let's do this thing. All right, ready to dig in, start this chest workout. First exercise is gonna be a standing cable fly. Elbow position is gonna stay nice and high. Focus is gonna be on contracting the chest. This exercise is supposed to be very steady, very smooth. We're gonna focus on about 60% of your 1 rep max. We're gonna do 3 sets, about 10 reps per set. This is a sculpting exercise, so we're not gonna go extremely heavy. Just gonna go through the range of motion. This is imperative if you guys are focusing on trying to build excellent shape and separation within the chest. Exercise number 2 is going to be medicine ball push-ups. The reason I like to use this exercise as opposed to just doing regular push-ups because it focuses on strengthening some of the smaller muscles that are connecting within the shoulder girdle. We're going to go from alternating push-ups from the left and right side, rolling. This is excellent for also stabilizing and focusing on the core. This is a bodyweight workout, so you're coming into this workout with however much you weigh. We're actually gonna start between 16 to 24 repetitions. That's between both arms, so don't freak out there. We're gonna do about 3 sets. Go as hard as you can. You always wanna try to shoot for the higher end, understanding that your body's gonna bring it. And if you're not, do as many repetitions as you can. Focus is range of motion and slow consistency. Now we're going to start with the next exercise, which is the upright dumbbell wide fly. Now this exercise in particular is one of my personal favorites. Why? Because of results. Because of results, this exercise is going to allow for you to not only hit the exterior portion of the chest, it's also going to allow for you to really focus on opening up and expanding the chest. This is one of the most dangerous exercises that you can actually do for building the chest because people do one of 2 things. They move the movements too fast, or they don't go within their rep range capacity or their range of motion. I like to sit between about 60 up to 65% of your 1 rep max capacity. We usually do about 10 to 12 repetitions. This exercise, you want to go nice and steady on your slow movement, which we call eccentric, and then coming up and really focusing on lifting your sternum up to the ceiling and then coming in, and because this is a sculpting, again, focusing on the contraction. All right, let's dig into it. So, next exercise is foundation. This exercise is going to help you build shelf. Now, when we talk about shelf, what we're really talking about is filling this upper clavicular area. It's one of the hardest parts to build when it comes to chest. And the exercise is none other than the barbell, plate-loaded, incline press. Now, a lot of people can mess this up in terms of range of motion with elbow position. If you're going to be targeting the chest, you want to have your elbows extended, but have them slightly pointing down, not completely opened up. Doesn't matter if you have shorter arms, you never want to bring your wrist inside of your elbow. Always make sure that when you guys are doing a barbell press, that your wrists are wide, then your elbow, then your shoulder. The repetitions are going to change. Right now, because we're focusing on doing more weight, the reps are going to drop from 10 repetitions to now between the range of 6 to 8 reps. Then we're going to go up again in weight, and those rep range are going to stay between 4 and 6 repetitions. This is maximum hypertrophy. All right, here we go. Moving into one of my other favorites, also a foundational exercise, the bench press. Now we're gonna do a different modification, which is a banded barbell bench press. The exercise, when it comes to really breaking down muscle tissue, is not just on the contraction, but also on the eccentric. So I'm gonna overload the back end of the exercise as I'm coming down. This is an excellent way for being able to mix up and stimulate the muscles. Keep in mind, it's all about muscle breakdown and time under tension. Now, if we can do that in more than one or more than 2 different ways, the muscle is gonna yield a better result. I like to do about 5 to maybe 6 reps, or sets, for this exercise, but it's extreme volume. So we're gonna start off on the first 2 with a little bit of a lighter weight, about 65%, 1 rep max. And then as we begin to move closer to 12 reps, 10 reps, as the sets progress, I'm going to add more weight, and then the rep range will definitely drop. You actually wanna put the weight on first. So we're gonna start with our base of 135 pounds with a 45 plate each side, okay? I will not need clamps for this exercise because the elasticity of the band itself will actually pull and keep all the weight on. So you pull one side, and this is about 20 pounds of pressure on the band. As you guys can see here, you can definitely go a little bit heavier in terms of elasticity, but 20 pounds should be more than enough. So then what I'm gonna do is actually pull pretty securely on this and loop this all the way around. It's imperative that you guys pull not just on the tension here, but on the tension here to make sure that you're evenly distributed. I wanna sit down on the bench, take my hands and push down, and that's actually gonna moderate the weight. I'm sure you guys weren't able to see that, but there's a lot more pull than there was on this side. Now if I test the buoyancy, it's actually pretty evenly distributed. I'm ready to go. Workout is completely done. Chest is pumped up. I'm always putting out little hints and tricks on my social media. Make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can definitely find me on Facebook. I'm posting a lot of the shoots and different photography things that I'm doing. You guys can get some inspiration, some of my messages and quotes there, as well as on Instagram. Make sure that you guys are going and downloading my ebook, Abs, Energy, and Confidence, the 4 keys to achieving the Holy Trifecta, on my website, which is www.natfitness.com. Till then, I look forward to connecting with you guys later. Lift heavy, be strong.